Begin this practice at the top of the mat with the feet aligned underneath the hips. Just noticing the weight under the feet. Feel the spine straight, reaching the crown of the head tall, the chin slightly tucked in, the tailbone tucked under. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Keep reaching the fingers and breathe here a few breaths. Keep the shoulders down. Stretching through the crown of the head, reaching through the hands, press into the feet. Feel the spine elongate. And then as you exhale, reach the hands down to the earth. Hang the head heavy here. Just relax the head and the neck completely. You can bend the knees here. Have the hands rested on the ground. Bend them as much as you need to. And then as you inhale, look forward. Step back into a plank position. Lower the knees down. Hold here for a few breaths. The hips aligned between the shoulders and the knees. Feel the abdominals engaged here. And then as you exhale, come down to the earth. The hands underneath the shoulders. The tops of the feet flat on the earth, and inhale the chest up off the earth. Press the hips into the earth. Press the feet. Feel the whole spine engaged. Breathing here. And then exhale the head down to the earth. Press up onto the heels, onto the knees. Breathe here in half plank. And then come into full plank just for a breath as you exhale back to down dog. Bend into the knees if you need to feel the spine straight. The most important is that the spine is straight here. Relax the head and the neck. The feet are hip width apart. If the heels don't touch the ground, don't worry. Just press them in that direction. The next inhale breath, look forward, step forward, and then exhale, fold. You can bend the knees here if you like in this forward fold, relaxing the lower back. And then inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, Uttanasana to Samasthiti. Inhale, reach up, stretch the whole spinal column. Breathe here. And then as you exhale, come down into chair. You can bend into the knees quite a lot here so you feel the thighs working. Keep the tailbone tucked a bit under, just a natural curve in the spine. The gaze can be up or straight ahead. And then as you exhale, the hands to the earth, relax the head, the neck. Take a couple of breaths here. And then the next inhale, look forwards as you step back, lower the knees down, half plank for a few breaths. And then next exhale, come down, tops of the feet on the earth. Keep the hands where they are as you lift the chest up. Keep pressing the hips into the earth as you reach the chest forwards. Keep the legs active by pressing into the feet. And then exhale. Press up into half plank. Then right back into down dog. Again, the feet hip width apart. And then step forward the right leg. So 90 degrees in the front leg here. Align the knee over top of the ankle. Reach the arms up, hands together. You can gaze up or ahead. Try to keep the hips pointed forwards. Now we're breathing here for 5 breaths. Look at the back foot connected to the earth still. Then lower the hands as you exhale. Lower down to the earth. Come up into baby cobra. Lift the chest for just 1 breath on the inhale and then exhale. And press back into down dog. Now step the left foot forward. The back foot is 45 degrees. See that it's connected to the earth here. Then reach the arms up. So the back foot stays connected to the earth. The leg is straight and the front leg is 90 degrees. The hips are pointing forwards here. Exhale, hands to the earth, step back, lower the knees down, come down to the earth. Inhale, and come up into Sphinx posture so the elbows align underneath the shoulders. So a bit deeper of a back bend now. So we're slowly opening up the spine. You can bring the gaze up. Make sure this is active here. Press the hips in the earth. Press the chest forward, opening. Exhale. Hands beside the chest as you push up into half plank and then back into down dog. So we'll hold here 5 breaths now. Bend into the knees as much as you need to in order to have the spine aligned. Bend into the knees, step forward on the inhale. Exhale, relax the head and the neck. And then spread the feet about hip width apart or a little wider. And then you can grab with the peace fingers, the big toes, and make a forward fold here. So again, in this posture, if at first you need to bend the knees in order to grab the toes, you can bend the knees. Slowly work on straightening them. The head is totally relaxed here. You're looking up at the belly button. And then inhale, hands onto the hips, come up with a straight spine. Good. Now you might want to take 1 block here to help with this next triangle posture. So you step the right leg back. And then shift forwards. Now the hips are open. You just find the block behind the leg. Take the gaze up at the top hand. So keep rotating that right top hip back and open. And keep opening up the top shoulder as well. So opening up the hips, the shoulder, feel the stretch in the side body. Inhale, come up. And now we're going to take a wider stance. The back foot changes to 45 degrees. You can use your block now on the other side to anchor your right hand as you reach then the spine straight first, angle the hips forward, and then come into a spinal twist. So the right hip pressing down and forward and twisting. Try to align the shoulders here. Look up at the top hand. So this wider stance is helpful in getting a nice twist. So we'll come up to Samasthiti. And then step the left foot back to do the other side. Triangle first. Shift the right femur back into the socket as you hinge forward here. So really reaching through the crown of the head as well, elongating the spine as you open up. Here now the left hip and the left shoulder. Then come up, now take a wider stance, angle the back foot 45 degrees to come into the twist. So the block on the other side of the leg now. And first just elongating the spine here and shifting the hips so they face forwards. And then come into the twist. So the right arm now reaches up, gaze up to the right hand if you can. And just keep feeling the twist here. So keep your focus on the purpose of the posture being the twist. If the legs end up slightly bent, no problem. Just get that twist. And then come up here to the top of the mat. Samasthiti. Now stepping the right leg back, bend into the front knee 90 degrees. You can lower the forearm onto the front leg or use your block behind. Then you reach the right arm forwards, the palm facing down to the earth. The gaze is upwards. So you're opening up the whole side body here. Keep pressing that back foot and reaching through the top fingers. Open the whole side body. Then come up here. Now coming into a twist on this side. So now we'll lower down onto the knee. Bring the hands into prayer pose and then cross the right shoulder over the front knee. Keep the hands close to the chest. And keep pressing that front knee against the front armpit or shoulder and just keep on twisting here. Now from here, step forwards into Samasthiti to change the sides. So the left leg comes back. Nice wide stance here so you can get good 90 degrees in that front leg while keeping the back leg straight. Keep the back foot grounded. Notice my foot is in the earth. It's not lifting up. Use the block behind the leg here if you like. Nice straight line from the foot to the hand. Now lower down the knee in the back. Keep the alignment with the knee and the ankle in the front. And the hands close to the center of the chest as you can, as you create a counter pressure with the knee and the armpit or shoulder. And step forward. Take a couple of breaths, forward fold, and then inhale. Come up to Samasthiti. Here you might like to have 2 blocks ready for a wide leg forward fold. The hands be on the hips as you inhale to lengthen the spine and then exhale, fold forward to find the blocks. You can use the blocks tall or on the short side. The purpose of the blocks is to help keep the spine straight while still maintaining the legs straight. So the blocks are used if you find that you curve too much in the lower back as you fold forward. Relax the head and the neck. If you can, get the blocks aligned underneath of the feet and the hands rested on top of them. And that's what you're looking for. Inhale, look forward, and then exhale, and inhale to come up. Then the next exhale, you fold forwards with the hands on the hips, just letting gravity kind of stretch and open the spine. Keep pressing the feet actively in the earth in these postures. Inhale to come up. So you can move the blocks aside and step forward. Then grab the elbows here and take a step back with the right leg. Keep the hips angled forwards here and then exhale, fold. And don't worry if you don't come all the way down. Just keep the spine straight and the hips pointed forwards, the shoulders aligned. It's most important. Inhale to come up. Step forward on the exhale, and then inhale, step the left foot back, and exhale to come down. So you're basically scissoring the hips here, the right hip pressing back, the left hip pressing forwards. And all these forward folds are really relaxing into the mind as well, the blood rushing up to the head. And step forward, come into balance posture here. Grab the right knee with the right hand, the left hand on the left hip. Take a few breaths here. The knee forwards, and then open up to the side for a few breaths and look in the opposite direction. Then come back to center and put both hands on the hips, straighten the leg. Keep pulling the femur back into the hip socket as you raise the leg up as high as you can, the spine straight most importantly. Then switch the sides. So a few breaths here, just with the knee forwards. And then open up to the side, look the other direction. So in all these movements, the most important is the spine is straight. And then come forwards, lift the leg up as high as you can without compromising the spine. So the spine remains straight here. Lower the leg down and come into tree. So the foot can either go below the knee or above the knee. It just cannot go on the knee. So here I'll place it up on the top thigh. You can place it below if you prefer. Keep opening the hip, the right hip up and back. So the knee opens up as well. And then come down after about 5 breaths. Come on to the other side. And hold here for 5. Keep opening the left hip up. Pressing the knee back. Good, come back to Samasthiti. Inhale, the arms up, stretch the spine. Exhale, hands to the earth. You can bend the knees if you need to place the hands on the earth. Just relax the head and the neck for a couple of breaths. And then next inhale, look forwards. Step back, lower the knees. Come down to the earth. Here we'll come up into Sphinx again, align the elbows with the shoulders, and then if you feel good in the spine, you can press up into Cobra. If it feels good, you can also look up and back, opening up the whole neck. Keep the shoulders relaxed down always in Sphinx and Cobra. Press back up onto the knees and back to Child's Pose to relax the whole spine. The forehead rested in the earth. Breathing into the lower back. And then press up and swing the legs forward. Bring the heels close to the fingertips and then hips come up. Walk the shoulders underneath. Clasp the hands in the earth. And breathe here. A few breaths. Slowly walk the shoulders out. Lower down one vertebrae at a time to the earth. And straighten the legs here. Bring them a little bit of space apart. The palms faced up towards the sky and just relax here in Sukhasana. Just for a minute or so, relax here completely and let go. Release any tension left in the body. Just relax the entire body, melting in the earth. And slowly bring the knees in and roll yourself up to a seated position. And sitting nice and tall here. And just thanking yourself for making time to do this practice today.